You're listening to the AstroMommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the AstroMommy community. I hope you enjoyed today's horoscope and card reading. If you would like to support the AstroMommy Newsletter, there are several ways to do so. Subscribe on Substack, share it with a friend, schedule a reading, check out my family's Etsy shop, Metaphysical Flamingo, or just leave a tip. Without further ado, here is the day. New Moon in Pisces, Venus in Aries, and the Empress card reversed. Daily horoscope for Monday, February 20th, 2023. Good morning, friends. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. If you caught the weekend forecast, then what we are discussing today will be familiar, but I've added a quick horoscope about this new moon in Pisces for each sun or rising sign. We are also going to talk about Venus in Aries and, of course, the card for the day, which is so perfect I can hardly wait to tell you. Okay, let's get into the astrology. Early today or late last night, depending upon where you are located, we had the new moon in Pisces. The new moon was at 2:05 a.m. Eastern Time at 1 degrees Pisces 22 minutes. Here is a chart of the exact new moon below. This is what I wrote in the weekend report about this new moon. You can see the sun and the moon together at the bottom of the chart, with Saturn just off to the left, separated by the sign barrier, but very, very close. Pluto is on edge at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and Venus is also on edge at 29 degrees of Pisces. Venus is literally just about to ingress into the sign of Aries only 50 minutes later. This is a really edgy new moon. It feels like we are about to pull the Tower card in tarot, or like we can hear the rumble of the storm in the distance, and we have this little moment to take cover. There is some hope, though, as I see the ascendant of this new moon chart is in Sagittarius, which is Jupiter ruled and is conjunct the part of fortune. So I feel this is a really good omen. It's as if this new moon will launch us into a better place, as it always does every year as we leave winter and launch into spring, when everything starts to grow and prosper. But it's intense with Pluto and Venus both at the 29th degree of their respective signs. Something is about to shift. What exactly that is in your own life depends upon your own natal chart. Horoscopes for all 12 signs. This new moon will be about a new start, new chapter, or new beginning in the area of your life highlighted below for each sun or rising sign. Reading your rising sign will make the most sense. Aries, this new moon in Pisces will be about something deep in your unconscious or feelings of solitude. Taurus, this new moon in Pisces will be about your friends and allies. Gemini, this new moon in Pisces will be about your career, mother, or public recognition. Cancer, this new moon in Pisces will be about your beliefs, higher education, or travel. Leo, this new moon in Pisces will be about a shift in your soul bonds and shared resources. Virgo, this new moon in Pisces will be about your relationships and partnerships. Libra, this new moon in Pisces will be about letting go of your stress. Scorpio, this new moon in Pisces will be about children and recreation. Sagittarius, this new moon in Pisces will be about family and your home. Capricorn, this new moon in Pisces will be about your siblings or local community. Aquarius, this new moon in Pisces will be about your possessions and finances. Pisces, this new moon in Pisces will be about your self-identity, your health, and your environment. We also have Saturn ingressing into the sign of Pisces on the day of the full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. That's the peak of this lunation cycle that we are starting today, so this feels like a big deal. It kind of feels like whatever seeds are planted during this new moon will be crystallized by Saturn upon his ingress. It feels a little bit like a be careful what you wish for kind of moment. Before we move on to the card for the day, let's talk about what we can expect from Venus in Aries, since she just entered Aries this morning at 2:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Venus is the goddess of love and has to do with relationships, love, beauty, pleasures, sexuality, sensuality, and things of tangible value like money, jewels, and fine art. Aries is a cardinal sign, meaning that it begins things, initiates, and deals with fast, acute, and impulsive situations and behaviors. It's also a fire sign, which signifies passion, enthusiasm, and things that are motivated by the spirit within. When Venus is in Aries, she is in the opposite sign to her home sign of Libra, and so she may feel a little lost, distant, and out of sync with herself. She's in the domicile of Mars, the god of war, anger, strife, and aggressive action, which are all very opposite to Venusian qualities, and thus she may feel more impulsive, aggressive, and extroverted. Last year, when Venus was in Aries, there was a lot in the news about women fighting for their right to medical freedom. And this is very fitting since Venus rules over the female sex organs, and Aries is a fighting sign that is very independent and doesn't want to submit to anyone telling them what to do. So women fighting for their medical and physical freedoms is a perfect example of Venus and Aries energy in the collective unconscious. Plus, for the last 15 years, since 2008, Venus in Aries has been forming a square to Pluto in Capricorn each time around, further intensifying a painful transformation. This March, Venus will square Pluto in Capricorn again at 29 degrees Aries, for the last time in our lifetimes. She will make a couple more squares to Pluto in Capricorn over the next year from Libra, but this is her last square to Pluto from Aries. After Pluto finishes oscillating over the final degrees of Capricorn and the first degrees of Aquarius by the end of 2024, all the squares with Venus will be from the fixed signs Taurus and Scorpio. It will be interesting to see what happens next. Let's move on to the card for the day. What is the guidance for today? The Empress reversed. Interesting. Venus comes into Aries, the sign of her detriment, and we get the Empress, the tarot card associated with Venus, reversed. You can't make this stuff up. On this card, we see the Empress, pregnant and sitting on a beautiful chair. She is wearing a crown of stars and holding a heart with the astrological symbol for Venus in the center. In her left hand, she is holding a wand, topped with an upside-down Venus symbol. The wand symbolizes spirit, the circle, the cycle of life, and the cross represents the cross of matter. She is a creator, creating life, love, and happiness in the material world. She represents nature, nurturance, fertility, femininity, sensuality, pleasures, abundance, motherhood, maternal instincts, and the maternal bond. In the upright position, a few things that the Empress is about are connecting with our femininity, our mothering instincts, and the abundance in our lives, as well as nature. In the reverse position, the Empress can be a reminder to mother yourself and spend some time doing some self-care. It could represent feeling out of touch with your feminine side and be an opportunity to connect with your receptive, sensual, and nurturing self. Maybe it means that you are not feeling abundance in your life, or the creative energy feels blocked from flowing and growing. It could also symbolize feeling out of touch with the natural world and be an invitation to take a walk outside, meditate in the park, or spend some time on your front porch listening to the birds, etc. This card coming up reversed could also indicate that you're feeling uncomfortable with your body, your sensuality, or your sexuality, and this is an opportunity to explore what is going on there so that you can establish a healthier outlook about those things. Since the Empress represents the mother, in the reverse position, this could indicate that you are being too mothering and smothering someone, or maybe you are being smothered by the care and attention from someone in your life. Either way, this card is an invitation to ease up in that relationship or set firmer boundaries. I would love to know how this card fits into your life. Feel free to leave a comment. I hope this is helpful. Until tomorrow, AstroMommy.
Thank you for reading or listening to the Daily Horoscope. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Rolla Nordic Tarot deck, available on Amazon. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletter, so I will make a small commission, but there are no additional costs to you. I don't share or recommend things that I don't 100% believe in and use myself. Thanks for listening.